All right, so now that you live in the Finger Lakes, you're wondering what are the top getaways in the Finger Lakes. We're gonna talk about that all right now. Let's go.
Get into it. What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Anthony. It's my partner Avery, and we are American Home Team. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you're notified every Tuesday and Thursday that we release a new video.
1000%, guys, and we are licensed realtors here in upstate New York. So that means as much as we love making these videos for you guys, we'd love even more to help you with your real estate needs. Reach out to that phone number, shoot us a phone call, a text message, or an email that's popping up on your screen. We would love to help you guys, and we are the guys that answer those emails, texts, and phone calls. We'd love to help you make a smooth move to upstate New York. And without further ado, today we're talking about the top getaways while living in the Finger Lakes region of upstate New York.
Yeah, guys, so honestly, if you live in the Finger Lakes, it's almost like you have a getaway exactly where you're living. It's almost like you don't have to get away.
A lot of people here take staycations.
Yeah, so if you want to get away while you're at your getaway, your own private getaway, the #1 place that we would recommend is probably going to be, you know what, I'm gonna say one of the places because they're all great.
Yep.
I don't think there's a top place to go, but #1's gonna be the Belhurst Castle in Geneva, New York.
Yeah.
And Belhurst is a luxury castle that you can go, and a lot of people have their weddings there. So it's just a luxury kind of resort. There's a lot of spas there, hotel rooms, right?
Yep.
What are they called? Like master suites or whatever?
Yeah, it's a 1800s castle.
Bridal suites, that's it.
So you get this like majestic vibe there off of Seneca Lake. It's beautiful, and you know they have the wedding suites. They just have really expensive suites, like awesome romantic suites, and they have the spa too, which a lot of people love going to. But then also, Belhurst Castle is probably one of the best wineries in the region, so you can go right down the little sidewalk and do some wine tasting while you're at your stay.
And on that note too, Belhurst Castle is central to many other wineries and breweries along the lakes, and it's right on Seneca Lake, like Avery mentioned. So literally anywhere that you go on Seneca Lake, it's a pretty short drive, I'll say.
It's on the eastern side of Seneca Lake. Eastern side. And so, you know, short drive to CAYUGA if you want to do the wine trail, short drive to Canandaigua Lake if you want to go and explore some of the breweries or the cideries over there on Canandaigua Lake, or you can scoot on through like Waterloo into SKANEATELES and work into some of the staycations that we're going to talk about in SKANEATELES. But guys, Belhurst Castle is a must visit. If you have a little bit of money saved up, you can go and stay at Belhurst Castle. Definitely going to be worth your time.
Even if it's a short stay, right? Like a
weekend getaway,
a single weekend or something like that. Very well worth it. You're not going to regret spending the money on going to the Belhurst Castle.
That's right. All right, guys. So the second weekend getaway, or just getaway in general, is going to be the WATKINS GLEN Harbor Hotel, situated on the southern end of CAYUGA Lake. It is a beautiful, luxurious hotel with the marina right next to it, tons of sailboats, but then obviously you have the luxury of being right next to WATKINS GLEN. Yeah, guys, WATKINS GLEN State Park, you can camp there. You can stay right outside of the state park and then go into the gorges and go hiking and stuff. The Harbor Hotel is just immaculate. Very luxury, very nice, and like he said, water views.
Like he said, very close to the state park, which is, that state park is really what brings most people to the area. And it's just amazing going and hiking the gorges, seeing the waterfalls, and even if you go and take a trip camping in State Park. I know we're talking about the Harbor Hotel right now, but if you go and camp in the state park, you're not going to regret that either. That's a nice little staycation in of itself.
And the Harbor Hotel is it's honestly not going to break your bank. My wife and I stayed there honeymoon prior to our honeymoon, just a little staycation, and honestly, it was amazing because we stayed there overnight. and then walk down Main Street, do some shopping and stuff at some of the shops down there on in Watkins Glen, in the actual like village of Watkins Glen, and then go up to the gorges, go up to the trails, do some hiking. But then also you have the raceway, and the raceway has funnel cakes and everything that we've talked about in many of our other videos, but obviously NASCAR and rally car, that kind of thing. If you haven't been to one of the races, you absolutely have to go. But a lot of people will go and shack up at the Watkins Glen Harbor Hotel, go to a race, go camping, go hiking, go shopping, go fancy, because Watkins Glen is an awesome place to get fancy at.
Yep.
Maybe what you can do is just shoot right up the road over to Seneca Lake and visit Bellhurst while you're at it.
Yep. All right, guys, so moving forward, we're going out to SKANEATELES Lake, and it is the MIRBEAU Inn and Spa. This is another luxury resort that it's most known, I think, for being a small resort, but it's an amazing spa. In fact, a bunch of business partners that we work with go there and get pampered and kind of do their thing at the spa, and they seem to love it there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful resort surrounded by a bunch of gardens. In the spring, summer, and fall time is when, you know, the colors really stand out, and you know, it's just, you're hanging out at the spa, at the resort, in the middle of beautiful gardens and flowers, and then you're right across from the lake. And SKANEATELES Lake is probably one of the more beautiful lakes that you can come across. I
think SKANEATELES is the premier, I think, luxury lake. When you talk about real estate prices, things like that.
Yeah.
A nice town. You got, I think, like we mentioned in one of the other videos, you have a lot of old money there.
Yeah.
So the town is very well manicured, and if you go to this spa and resort, you're gonna get manicured too. So
yeah, and it's a French theme, so there's a lot of French fare there. Food, which is, I hear, is really, really good. I've never personally been to this resort, but from everything that we hear, it is a must-go for the Finger Lakes getaways.
Yeah, it comes as a top recommendation from all of our colleagues, all of our peers, and just any travel article that you can ever read is going to mention the MIRBEAU Inn and Spa.
That's right. All right, guys, last but not least, we're moving out east and north to the Adirondack region. That's actually where we are right now. We just are wrapping up a vacation that we had with the family, and we are in Tupper Lake, New York, which is a very small down-home town in the Adirondacks, next to Saranac, and about, what, 45 minutes from Lake Placid, which a lot of people have heard of Whiteface Mountain. That's where the Olympics are, and they have the Olympic speed skating. But the Adirondack region is a very large region that has tons of opportunity for activities.
Yep.
Whether it's snowmobiling, whether it's just hanging out and being in nature, boating, fishing, canoeing, you name it. But yeah, there's a ton of places out here in the Adirondacks.
So the Adirondack region borders Vermont and Canada. So we're up here, we're north, we're very north of New York, and the Old Forge region, I think, is one of our favorite. And then where we are now, Tupper Lake and Saranac and Lake Placid, you can get out and do hiking. There's the 46 high peaks. We started our journey at being 46ers, they call them, this past year, and doing the largest peak, which is Mount Marcy, and then Gray Mountain as well. And you definitely need your hiking boots for those. You need a healthy body, because it's gonna take a toll on you for sure, but it's definitely fun. It's something you must do.
Finger Lakes hikes are a lot smaller scale. These are high peaks, and Mount Marcy that we did this past summer is the tallest peak in New York State, and it's incredible when you get up to the top and you're literally looking over the state. You can look into Vermont and you can see over into Canada as well on a nice clear day. But the possibilities here in the Adirondacks are endless, regardless of where you choose to stay. Grab an Airbnb or one of the local hotels, and you can't go wrong with that. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or you just want to escape to some seclusion and get away from the hustle and bustle, Adirondacks are where it's at.
Yeah, guys, absolutely. We love it here. We love all of these retreats. They come highly recommended from all of our colleagues and all of our peers and all the travel and luxury magazines that you can ever read about. So with that being said, make sure you reach out to that number in the email on the screen. We are the guys that answer those phone calls and those emails and text messages. So don't be afraid to do that. We love answering those calls.
And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel if you want to hear everything there is to know about the Finger Lakes and Rochester region, and hit that notification bell so that you're notified every Tuesday and Thursday that we drop a new video. Till next time, Catch you guys later.